Alright, so I wanted to do this how-to video on getting started becoming a YouTube musician. Not because we've got everything figured out, but when the Wretched Brothers started putting videos up almost a year ago, there wasn't really a lot of information readily available on, how to do that. So I thought it might be helpful to have one place where people would come and find all this information. So the first thing to remember, the main thing that you need to focus on is your music. If your music stinks, nobody cares how cool your video looks or how great the audio quality is. So if you're itching to spend some money, the best investment that you could make would be lessons on the instrument that you play and or voice lessons. Even if you're already a good singer or a good musician, that's really going to help to make your videos better. So first thing we're going to look at is cameras. I'm a big fan of using things that you already have or making things yourself inexpensively. And so chances are, if you're a human being and you're watching this video now, you probably have something that records at least 720p high definition video. If you have an iPad, iPod, iPhone, a MacBook, a computer with a webcam, or any of the nicer model smartphones, you have something that records high definition video. Use that. If you don't have that, or if all you have is your mom's 6-year-old standard definition camera, I would recommend going out and buying a small handheld camera like the Sony Bloggy. We use the flip cam, which they've stopped making, but that's been our main camera since we got started. If you're going to use your iPod, you're going to want something to mount it to a tripod. I recommend the Glyph for the iPod, and I'll put a link in the description to that, and I'll put links in the description to everything that I recommend. Next is lighting. A lot of people overlook lighting, and they spend a lot of money on the camera, and then when they go to shoot their video, they expect the clean, crisp, high definition look that they're after, and they're disappointed to find that it's grainy and very low quality, and they blame the camera for it when really they didn't have good enough lighting. The camera needs a lot more light than the human eye does to recreate what we actually see. You can get that clean, crisp, high definition look with a very inexpensive camera if you have proper lighting. First, you want to use as much natural light as you can. Open up your windows, turn on all the lights in the room, and that's going to give you a lot of good natural light. Secondly, you can go to the hardware store and find this. It's just a work light, and they're very cheap. You can clip them on to just about anything. You want to get 2 of them and have them set up like I have here. This is a very basic lighting technique, having your camera in the middle and then the two lights off to either side. And you can play around a lot with different lighting techniques, and get online and just search lighting techniques, and you can go crazy with that. Okay, so next is audio. I never recommend using the built-in mic in your camera because it's just not going to give you very good quality. I hate to see really good musicians and the sound quality in their video is very poor. I recommend using a portable field recorder. This is what we use, the Zoom H4n. It's got a lot of features. This is kind of like the Swiss Army knife of field recorders, and it's kind of expensive, so I don't recommend actually getting that. But they also make a much more stripped down basic version called the Zoom H1n, and it has the same speakers on it, so you get the same sound quality, which is very good, and you can get that for under $100. And you want to place that about arm's length away and have it pointing between your mouth and the guitar, so it'll kind of pick up both of those nicely. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can buy a USB mic like I have here. This is the Samson G-Track Blue also makes very nice USB mics for a fairly reasonable price. And I'll put a link in the description to a video that shows you how to sync the audio from the field recorder to your video. And you can do that in iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. So now moving on to post-production, you're going to want to start by importing your audio from the field recorder into GarageBand if you have a Mac, or you can use Cakewalk for PC. I know there's a lot of other free audio editing software out there that works just fine. Once you have your audio in your editing software, you can do some basic mastering by using the presets. Those generally work pretty well, but you want to use them very sparingly. A lot of people tend to over-edit their audio, and they add way too much reverb or way too much echo, and it ends up sounding kind of cheesy. So once you've mastered your song, export it into iTunes, and then we're going to move on to the video part. You want to import your video into your video editing software. If you're a Mac, that'll probably be iMovie. If you're a PC user, you can use Windows Movie Maker, and there's a few other free ones that you can use. First, before you do anything to the video, I recommend doing some basic color correction if it needs it. If your video is too dark, try to brighten it up a little bit. If it's washed out, maybe add a little bit of saturation to it. And again, a little goes a long way with your video editing. You don't want to over-edit it and make it look oversaturated or whatever. So then you're going to add your audio to the video, and again, you can go back to that video that I referenced. The link is in the description, and I'll show you how to match up and sync the audio to the video. After you've done that, you want to trim off the sections, maybe at the end where the video is over and you're still recording. Trim that and the audio, and maybe a little bit in the beginning if you need to. And then you can upload your video to YouTube, and that's it for the production part of it. Now onto YouTube etiquette. If you're making a channel for the first time, pick a name for it that's going to be easy to remember and that's relevant to you or your music. If you're making a channel specifically where you're going to put music on it, stick to that. Stick to your niche. You don't want to have, a music video and then a video of your dog and then a video of somebody's birthday. People are going to be turned off by this and probably will not subscribe to your channel if you do that. So stick to things that are relevant to your niche, whether it be music or how-to videos or whatever. Another thing is be consistent. Try to put up videos at least once a week and no longer than once a month. When I go on a channel and I see that it's been like 2 months since the last video, I'm probably not going to subscribe to them, even if I like their music. Another thing is, before you do anything, make sure you tune your guitar. I am amazed at how many videos I see where maybe they're good guitar players and they're good singers, but their guitar's out of tune and it just ruins the song. Another thing is, do personal introductions for your video. Actually talking. It's going to make it feel a little bit more personal. And keep them short and sweet. Try to keep them about 30 seconds. Another thing is, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Look for and follow other YouTube musicians, big time or small time, that are kind of doing the same thing that you are. Check out their videos, watch them all the way through, and then leave a comment, a genuine, sincere comment for no other reason than just to encourage them and brighten their day. People are going to be much more apt to check out your videos and actually subscribe and follow you than if you just spam everybody's inbox with requests to check out your video. Do not do this. This is annoying, and I usually delete those messages before I even open them, so don't ever do that. Alright, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about anything, or if you have any ideas about how to do anything better that we talked about, please leave a comment and I'll try to get to those. Now go and make a music video.